Well, let's do it like this. Got to send up the biggest congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles, who are your new Super Bowl champions. They took care of big business in Super Bowl 59 down in New Orleans, Louisiana. They dominated the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22, and if we're being completely honest, the game was not as close as the 18-point difference may say so. For a large part of the game, the only question we had, if you were a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, was if Patrick Mahomes would get the ball in the end zone once. He did end up doing it twice, but this game was never in doubt. And in a lot of ways, though the score will say the Chiefs played worse in 21 against the Bucs, it felt like there was no chance against the Eagles in this Super Bowl 59. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts, your Super Bowl MVP, Saquon Barkley, the MVP of the Eagles team. And then that defense was absolutely sensational and dominated the Chiefs at the line of scrimmage. I do want to say this about Patrick Mahomes because there's a lot of conversation about the GOAT. We love conversations about GOATs in this country. Patrick Mahomes is an exceptional athlete, and he still is on pace to be the second most winningest quarterback of all time from a Super Bowl's perspective. Probably will end up with the most regular season wins. He's off to a historic clip. But after a second lethargic performance in the Super Bowl from Mahomes and this Chiefs offense in the last 4 years, I'm sorry, dog. We got to pull back with these GOAT conversations. Patrick Mahomes is not the greatest quarterback I've ever seen. That title goes to Tom Brady. And if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I know Peyton didn't win as much as Mahomes. He's already surpassed him in Super Bowls. In my mind, I know Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has won more. I think it's a large part due to the fact that he has Andy Reid, a legendary coach, Travis Kelce, the legendary tight end. I know what I saw. Patrick Mahomes ain't a top two, maybe not a top three, top four quarterback that I've seen all time. And stop comparing this man to Tom Brady. Not only did Brady beat this man in the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl, Brady never looked as bad as Patrick Mahomes and his Chiefs squad looked against the Eagles in Super Bowl 59. So we can stop all that. That's done. All right. And then I want to do this because though the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs lost in the Super Bowl, in my opinion, they took the second biggest L of Super Bowl 59 in Louisiana. At halftime, Kendrick Lamar decided to pop out again for like the second time in a year. And it was once again to kick Drake's back in. I cannot believe Kendrick Lamar not only performed They Not Like Us, I knew he would do that. I reported that. But he did every single minute detail of that first verse as the crowd in Louisiana, a bunch of corporate execs screamed A minor. He performed the jabs and the disses of Drake and Not Like Us. He talked about OVO and what they were doing. It was bad, dog. Drake took the biggest L of Super Bowl 59. I can't believe Kendrick did that in totality. He did it. He did it. And he told Drake, Kendrick Lamar warned Drake from the beginning in Euphoria. He said, if you go there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do. And then he gave him a woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I did not know when Kendrick said that, it meant it would culminate with one of the biggest records music has had in the past decade, the biggest record of Kendrick's career. And it would end up with a Super Bowl halftime performance when in front of over 120 million people. History will say Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake in front of everybody. I cannot believe we ended up here. I did not know this is what Kendrick meant when he said, if you take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do. Maybe I should have knew from that woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, because it was darn sure evil. I didn't like the fact that Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. I didn't. I thought it was taking a win too far. Like, I think you got your victory lap at the Pop-Out concert in your hometown in California. Amazon, everybody watched it. To me, that was enough. The fact that Kendrick took this to 120 million people at the Super Bowl, performed this record, to me, it feels like oversaturation. To me, it feels like doing a little too much. Man, I know Kendrick doesn't do a lot of press, a lot of interviews. I would like to know that Drake was doing some disgusting stuff behind the scenes. I'm talking about DMing guys, baby mamas, DMing the people's significant others. I want to hear stuff like that because Kendrick performing that record in the biggest moment of his career, to give it to Drake like that, you got to believe there's something more that we don't know about, more than just a couple of diss records. That was pretty harsh, and I was against that one. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was too far. I did. But I knew he was gonna perform Not Like Us. I thought it was gonna be the chorus, and he'd get up out that bad boy, but he teased it early in his halftime performance, then went back to it and gave it to them people in Louisiana. And I don't know, man. I thought that was a little bit too far. Kendrick Lamar looked flat-footed in that camera during the biggest event in sports and said, I want to perform their favorite song, but I know they love to sue. That is him standing up for Universal Music Group. That is an absolute bummer to Drake. And listen, I'm not a proponent of suing people over a beef that you were a part of, but since Drake has already went down the mode of Karen, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would see it through. I would sue again. You are not about to diss me in front of 120 million people and get away with it. I would put in another suit. I'd sue the NFL, I'd sue Pepsi, I'd sue Kanye for that ridiculous commercial, I'd sue Kendrick, I'd sue Dave Free. I would sue everybody after that Super Bowl performance. You're not about to look in the camera and smile at me when you say Drake. Come on, bro. You are not about to have a bajillion corporate executives at the Super Bowl screaming A minor. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm putting another lawsuit on the desk Monday morning. You're not getting that all, bro. And the Serena Williams piece, she was sea-walking through Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance in front of all those people. What did Drake do to Serena? She has seemingly enjoyed every moment of the onslaught that Kendrick has given Drake over the last calendar year. What did Drake do to Serena? Sheesh Louise. We've heard Drake make some references to her husband in music. Well, Serena got some get back in front of a lot of people. Listen, I don't know why Drake waved the white flag with Kendrick, but he would be within his every right to drop another record in the direction of Kendrick. If he decided to go about dissing Kendrick for the rest of his career, he would be all within his rights because of Kendrick's decision to perform this record at the Super Bowl. It's only fair, right? Like, Kendrick not only won, but he took a victory lap at the Pop-Out concert, and then he took another victory lap, and then he took another victory lap. You took the performance from Lil Wayne in his backyard, Louisiana. He wasn't even in town for the dance, and now you do this to me? Like, Drake should have Kendrick on his mind for the rest of his life. These two dudes now, who have had pretty different careers, are now tied at the hip of one another no matter what. I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. It's what your boy will never take for granted. I want to know your thoughts on Super Bowl 59. The Eagles take down the Chiefs 40-22. And if I'm being real with you, the game wasn't that close. It was pretty non-dramatic, anticlimactic. Second half, we were just kind of watching to see, was Kansas City gonna pull another one out of their hat? And then it became prevalent early that it just wasn't gonna happen. So we were just kind of watching to see what the celebration was gonna be like. That was it. Time, love, and support. It's your boy Never Take for Granted. I'm out.